go get them again.
Welcome back to another unboxing first impression video on my channel. Today is a good day. This is one of the last times we can talk about a Christopher Chong male-based release from Amouage that I don't own. Yeah, it's a little bit of a sad day. We are unboxing. It's not unboxed. It's already unboxed. I got this on Facebook groups. Actually, a cool story. This is, by the way, Overture Man. A lot of you, a lot of Robezoid purists, you've been hounding me ever since you knew that I had a bottle of this. You knew that this was coming. The day has finally come, right? We're in February now. Yeah, I wasted a whole winter slash fall not wearing this. I think 2 winters and falls, to be quite honest. This has been sitting here like this in the back end of my room for a very long time. Not touched. I'm always told myself that I will be unboxing and giving out a real first impression on my channel because those are great videos. Yeah, I do a lot of them, but they're great videos because you unedited real first impression on a fragrance. And my expectations for this fragrance is through the roof. You know, there's some fragrances like I just unboxed, like a Invictus Aqua and stuff like that. Like the expectations are low, like dirt low. This is the complete opposite. This is crazy. Now I actually got this split. Funny story, and usually I don't do this, but I actually went on a Canadian Facebook group and I said, anybody got partial of this? I wanted it. You know, it was an exclusive, and it was hard to find back in the day. But a fellow Canadian, when I inquired if anybody had a partial or had a bottle that I wanted to buy, somebody reached out to me, and this is a great story of the fragrance community, and this is why you see me, you know, not go after reviewers, but that's the garbage of the fragrance community where people are taking advantage of others. Like it's a small portion, but it's a lot of noise in our fragrance community, especially YouTube community. There's the ones at the top really are people that look up for themselves. They're not reviewing stuff to tell you things to inform you, right? When you're doing a top 10 fall and you're doing 14 of them in the same fall season, we know where your allegiance lies, and that's yourself. However, a good story here is that, you know, a guy that knew my channel said, hey, Mark, I always wanted this. I'll buy the bottle. You get 50%, I get 50%. He was awesome. I paid him and I got the fragrance right away. It was awesome. Awesome to deal with. My bottle, again, 50% right here. I'm looking forward to it. Finally smelling this, adding to my collection. This is just, it's a good portion. I would say probably half of my Amouage can fit on here. I need a second shelf now. What about full-fledged reviews when I have to have the whole collection? What are we gonna do? But that gentleman there was awesome, and that is like a good vibe kind of thing about our community, and the reason why I'm still here. A lot of people that I used to review with side by side on YouTube, where we used to share a box, like a sample box and stuff like that, you know, good vibe people, they just left. They just didn't want to deal with this kind of garbage. Or they switched and they're doing stupid reviews now and just influencing. Now the box itself, I have it somewhere. I basically took a lot of the stuff that I got at Facebook groups and splits like that, and I just got rid of the boxes. I put them in shelter, and I do have the box of this, which is kind of cool. We're going to talk about that. But this is the Swan Song of Christopher Chong. That was a poem. The Christopher Chong era comes to an end with this one. The box itself, which I have somewhere, it actually is really nice. It kind of looks like a closing curtain to his era. Overture, of course, a start of something new, obviously, but an end of an era. So it's kind of a sad fragrance review. A lot of people are saying that Chong kind of, you know, he did a lot of fragrances that I felt were not really his style towards the end. It was just like they were trying to make him more mainstream. his ideas. Like he was still trying to be Amouage, but it just wasn't there anymore. Like it was going more green. It was going more springtime scents. And this one, like just looking at the note breakdown, what people have told me, I don't live under a rock, so I kind of know, like people talk about like this is a cognac based fragrance, we'll see. But it's going back to his roots and kind of just one last FU to the market of Amouage kind of selling out and Chong going, this is what I want. Now, I'm surprised this hasn't been discontinued because of that, but we'll see. Now, if you're new here, I'm an Amouage fanboy. And I introduced Amouage to the YouTube fragrance community, believe it or not. Yes, my little Jubilation 25. And then I did a, 40-minute review on it. Yeah, but yeah, a lot of these are not magnetic caps like Honor, Epic, and all that. A lot of them were purchased immediately. Once I started with Juby, and you know, I start off a brand with usually not spending the most money and just kind of go with the little guy and just see where it goes. This is my favorite of the brand. Now it has a special part of me because it is a big piece of my journey where I finally figured out that niche is niche and niche is king, and this thing is absolutely bonkers. Yeah, I started the hype on Jubilation 25. I have no regrets of saying that. I worked hard on that review. I really was proud of what snowballed of the brand and within the YouTube fragrance community. A lot of people discovered this brand because of me, which I'm proud of. I love that. Why not boast about it? So if you're new here, welcome to the Robe Zoe channel. Now I'm always late. Welcome to the Robe Zoe channel. I'm your host, Mark. Hit that subscribe button. I review everything under the sun, yeah, I'm usually late now. But hit that subscribe button, smash that like button, much appreciated, and this is probably going to be a good one. Now let's take a look at the note breakdown. It is your typical Amouage Christopher Chong release where you're going to get woods and smoky nuances and resins and all kinds. So let's take a look. The top notes are cognac, cumin, cardamom, nutmeg, saffron, ginger, and grapefruit. In the mid, we got myrrh, benzoin, cinnamon, labdanum, mastic, patchouli, and geranium. And in the base, we got animal notes, that's rare of Amouage to just kind of just go animal notes. Smoke, incense, leather, sandalwood, and clary sage in the back end. So lots of stuff going on. It was released back in 2019. The nose is Karine Vachon Spenner, which she made Memoir Man, Myths Man, Boundless, and Fate Man. If my Rolodex, yeah, she could have done a couple opuses too, but she was one of his favorites. Fate also has cumin in it, so we'll see. Also has ginger in it, also has incense in it. So could it be it's going to pull a little bit of Fate Man? We'll see, depending on of course, the primary notes and the secondary notes. Pricing, this one was fairly pricey. Retails for $380 USD on Amouage's site. You can find it at discounters around $220 to $275 USD, depending on the discounter. So a lot of heavy hitters here beside it. We're going to put it on strip first, but an Amouage release. And a lot of these beside me here, unboxings are not going to do it justice. First impressions is not going to do it justice, but I'm anticipating big things just because of what people told me. I'm going to do one spray. Let's see. I already regret splitting this. Damn. Should have got a full bottle. Okay. Oof. Gorgeous opening. Lots of cumin. That's the first thing that hit me. That spice. Full. And Fate Man, I think, had a lot more cumin, or like overload of it. This is still as strong. I wouldn't say as strong as Fate, but it has it. And it's front and center. It's got other spices. It's got some resins. some wood, some smoke. There is so much hitting my nose right now, just off a strip. Cadin and Christopher Chong just work magic together. What a fragrance. Wow. The cumin in here is really well done. Cardamom is there. Very realistic note. You're going to get some three-dimensional spicy notes here. Saffron is in this big trio of spices. There's several spices. It's fantastic. It's a spice bazaar in the Middle East market. Exactly that. It is very well done. Very well done. All right, let's put on skin. Enough of this. Probably sprayed too much. I shouldn't be spraying that much, especially if I only have half a bottle. Okay. Oh, oh, winner. Oh. Oh, man, I miss this era of Amouage. It is just, and I'm not one of those that, I don't throw out the M word masterpiece ever. When was the last time? Call me out. Tell me. I don't recall the last time. That's how long ago. And I do videos on the daily. So that should tell you something. I'm not going to say that on an unboxing video. But damn. 10 out of 10. The only way that this thing won't be a 10 out of 10 on my channel is if it loses it during wearings. And hardly any fragrances when they're 10 out of the gate lose that 10 out of 10 designation from me. Wow. Oh, the spices and the bitter grapefruit. Little ginger. Okay, so I missed that on the strip. Like the grapefruit's not like fresh or anything. Like it's not making this opening fresh at all. It's more a spice market than anything. But the play on is well executed. Man, the blending is like you're trying to pinpoint some things and it's turning you one way. There's smoke in here. The signature myrrh, silver frankincense of Oman here is there. It kind of has that nod to the brand's start. It kind of plays a little bit with Juby here as far as where it's taken me. It has something balsamic, syrupy kind of thing right here. And I don't mean that like it's not sweet or anything, but it's, some say boozy, right? They're talking about the cognac here. I could see that idea. It gives a set some sweetness, which also could come from the myrrh. And again, I don't want to dissect this too much. It's not a fragrance review. It's not a test drive. But there's something in here that is, cognac. Like I wouldn't say boozy. I would not say that. I wouldn't even classify this as boozy. And I know some fragrance reviewers, I've seen them, the influencers, boozy cognac. Oh, big, the big thumbnail. Oh, so boozy. Oh my God. No, this is so much more than that. What? If that's what you're coming out with, try again. Try again. They couldn't be more wrong. This is, it's so much more than that. There's like an old furniture vibe. So there's a woody aspect in here that comes to play. Dusty. There is some smoky nuances. Maybe the wood's even charred. I feel like a charred wood kind of thing going on. There's animalic touches, which starts with the cumin. So you're going to get a little bit of that, cumin's pretty strong in here. BO vibes kind of thing. Some people will get that 100%. Cumin will play that part. It's gonna play that animalic touch here, that cumin. The cumin in here is three-dimensional. It's giving you so much, but it starts off with that. But I feel like there's some tiny bit in those animalic, what do they call it? Animal notes. I'm thinking it's a little bit of civet, slightly. It definitely isn't like a animalic bomb, like a a barnyardy oud or anything. It's not in that. It's not even close to that. But there's almost like an animalic leathery nuance, which leather could come from the labdanum, the saffron in here. There is a leathery touch in here. Labdanum would be it wouldn't surprise me that it's a big player in here. Man, you can tell that this is a big one from Amouage. I'm getting several nuances. I'm anticipating a roller coaster ride today with this one that you're not going to see on camera, unfortunately. Like once this first impression's done, the camera's off, but this dry down is probably going to take me for a ride, knowing what Christopher Chong and COGNAC has done in the past. What an opening. What an opening. This is right in my wheelhouse. Like all the people that said, Mark, you got to smell it. You got to crack her open. You got to do it. I have to do the video. But man, you guys were all right, obviously. This is the kind of scent that's going to warm you up on a cool, gloomy night, a rainy night. I'm just picturing this thing warming you up. And no wonder this was a Harrods London exclusive. This would work so well in the rain. So well. I can sense it. What a great first impression. Forget people saying sexy this and compliment getter there. You know what a real fragrance reviewer says? First impression. The complexities here. It's dark, it's smoky, it's spicy, it's resinous. It has a little bit of animalic touches. It's ambery. There's a good amount of woods in here, some smoke. There's tons to unpack in this fragrance. It pulls a little bit from my Baby Jubilation 25. It pulls a little bit of Interlude in here. Even Epic Man, hell, even Fate Man that she penned. It has a little bit in the designer realm. Not that it has a lot of it, but it pulls a little. There's a little bit of Bel Ami from Hermes in here. A little bit of that. Right, the spicy, leathery touch of Bel Ami, kind of in here. But it also has like an ambery, kind of animalic touch. Like, think in the same realm as, dry, ambery scents like L'Arts des Marocains, which is an absolute stunner from Andy Tower. That kind of fragrance, among others, right? There's tons of them, but this was a great finale by Christopher Chong. What an amazing, like most of his catalogs right beside me here. Some of them are not his, but most of them are. And there's a few people in the fragrance industry that, I would be in awe, that I would gladly shake their hand and say, you, sir, knew what the hell you were doing when you were in charge. There's not too many creative directors that I would be like, whatever you did with that company, you killed it every single time. There's not too many creative directors that I could say that about. Even perfumiers, like there's guys like Jean-Claude Delena that I would shake their hand and I'm in awe of what they've done. But creative directors, I talk about Christopher Chong, and a lot of fragrance reviewers talk Christopher Chong kind of like he's a perfumier, like an all-star perfumier. Like he killed it. Amazing catalog. And what a way to end it. It kind of went back into the roots of a lot of what COGNAC has done for Amouage and a lot of things that Christopher Chong did. He just kind of went, F this green, springtime, you're trying to sell Amouage. I'm out. I know what you guys are trying to do. This is my last one that I'm going to do from back in the day where we used to do great perfumes. This is it. What a amazing catalog by Chong, and what an amazing lasting piece here. Wow. And I didn't get the London exclusive where it has like Overture on the side here. I'm going to tell you, like, obviously I got it like a few years back, but it's good. It's still good. Whatever the first version was, which I never smelt, it's still, and usually I'm early with Amouages, but a great finale. So I'm happy to finally have done this video. Now this guy joins his partners here. There's no room for you to go on here, but here you go. You're with your family now because you were over there, and there's not too many Amouage friends over there with you. So now you're back with the family. I'm gonna pop you in one of these that I don't think it's off camera actually. My Amouage family's over there on the side over here. So you can now finally be worn. And now I can pop them in lists. I could pop them into wearing it every day until it warms up. It's going to be a treat to delve into this one. Wow. Okay, now that you heard my take, I'd love to see yours in the comments below. To the ones that told me, review it, do it, unbox it, do the video, Mark. You can comment below. You're dead right. And the only thing I regret is splitting it. I should have told that guy, buy 2 bottles, we'll split one, I'll get a whole one to myself, and I'll take the other half. 1.5. I would have been fine with that. Damn. It's a good one. As always, a great import fragrance will make a lasting impression. Choose your scent wisely. Thanks for watching YouTube. Have a good one.